Hello everyone. Today we're talking about what separates millionaires from everyday people. Most people think, how do I make more money this month? Millionaires think, what do I own that keeps paying next year? They focus less on paychecks and more on assets that compound. Businesses, stocks and funds, real estate, intellectual property, systems that scale without more hours. Before buying anything, you always have to ask, does this increase my future cash flow or future options? Most people want guarantees. Millionaires operate in probabilities. They understand no investment is certain. The goal is positive expected value over time. Small edges, repeated consistently win. They don't ask, will this work? They ask, what's the downside if I'm wrong? And can I survive it? We always recommend investing in multiple revenue streams, stocks, bonds, gold. You want to diversify your assets as much as possible. Real estate is a great long-term investment. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. So basically the key here is to make decisions based on risk first. Instead of focusing on upside, we focus on downside and protecting our wealth. The middle class tend to focus on cars, clothes, gadgets, lifestyle inflation. Millionaires focus on equity, control, optionality, and low fixed costs. They delay rewards to buy leverage and buy control. And if you invest in yourself and continue to invest in assets that go up in price, you will over time make a lot more money than if you're focused on the wrong things. You really want to ask yourself, is this a liability or if this is a asset? What is this going to be worth a year from now? Millionaires build systems. They rely on automatic investing, written rules, checklists, calendars, pre-committed decisions. They remove emotion from money. If a decision repeats, systemize it. Emotion is a tax. Systems are a shield. A lot of investors lose money because they let their emotions get the better of them. A non-millionaire says, I made money, so that was a good decision. However, a millionaire says, was the decision sound, even if the outcome was bad? They judge decisions by information quality, risk control, and repeatability. They track decisions, not just results. Wealth is built by good processes. Here's something that most people never hear explained. Millionaires don't win because they hustle harder or work that extra job. They win because they think differently, especially about risk, time, and ownership. If you copy what wealthy people buy without copying how they decide, you usually end up frustrated. You might earn more money, but you won't keep it. You might invest, but you won't compound. In this video, we discuss the exact mindset shifts that consistently separate millionaires from everyone else. Not motivation, not hype, just decision logic. You can apply starting today. If you're serious about building long-term wealth, this is the foundation. Most people think almost entirely in terms of income. How much do I make per hour? How do I earn more this year? What job pays the most? Millionaires still care about income, but they don't stop there. They focus on assets. An asset is anything that produces cash flow, grows in value over time, or increases future options. Income pays expenses, assets change trajectories. This is why two people can earn the same salary and end up in completely different financial positions. One upgrades lifestyle, the other upgrades ownership. Before spending money, always ask, will this decision increase future income, future flexibility, or future control? Also, most people want guarantees. What investment can fail? What's the safest option? What's the sure thing? Millionaires don't think in guarantees. They think in probabilities. They understand every decision has risk. Every investment can be a disappointment. The goal is not perfection, it's favorable odds over time. Everything is math. They don't ask, will this work? They ask, if this doesn't work, what happens next? The mindset shift focus away from excitement and toward surviving for the long term. Not every investment is going to be what you expect it to be. They care deeply about downside exposure, worst case scenario, how mistakes affect the big picture. Never make a financial decision unless you know what you could lose, how likely that loss is, and whether you can recover it if it happens. Staying in the game matters more than any single win. Many people associate success with what's visible. Think about cars, homes, clothing, lifestyle upgrades. Millionaires are only going to focus on what goes up, and basically every dollar has a purpose. They understand a simple trade-off. Every dollar spent is a dollar that should be building their overall wealth. That doesn't mean they never enjoy money. It means they enjoy it after it's compounded. You should always spend intentionally on things that increase earning capacity, improve decision quality, reduce long-term stress, be disciplined everywhere else. Most financial mistakes are due to lack of being prepared and getting too emotional. So when you're prepared correctly, you're taking the emotions out of it because you already know what to expect. So always be prepared, have a system in place, get a good schedule that you can that works for you, and get your time back, and continue to invest in moats and in stocks as well. Then you might want to diversify by real estate, gold, whatever your risk tolerance. The more investments you make that are proven winners over a 20-year period, that would definitely is the way to go. And that's what separates millionaires from everyday people. It's how they look at money and how they spend their time. Appreciate everyone watching this video. We'll make another video next week, so be sure to come back. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend, and feel free to leave any questions or comments in the comments section below. We'll be more than happy to answer.